Who told you who you are?
No, don't answer yet. Because the first answer that comes into your mind probably isn't yours. Think about it. Who was the first person to decide what you were worth? Was it your parents? Your teachers? Your friends? Or maybe someone who doesn't even remember your name anymore? Because here's the truth. You weren't born believing you weren't good enough. You weren't born comparing yourself to strangers. You weren't born afraid of failing. Someone taught you that. Someone taught you that. Every criticism, every compliment, every expectation, every rejection became another voice. And after hearing those voices long enough, you stopped questioning them. You started calling them my thoughts. But are they? Or are they simply echoes of people you've spent your entire life trying to satisfy? Are they really your thoughts? Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine removing your name, your age, your career, your achievements, your failures, your followers, your reputation. Take all of it away. What's left? Silence. And that silence terrifies most people, because without those labels, they no longer know who they are. But maybe that's exactly where your real identity begins. Not in what the world calls you, but in what's left when the world stops speaking. Who are you without the world? Do you know what makes a lie so dangerous? It isn't how convincing it sounds. It's how often you hear it. Imagine hearing the same sentence every single day for years. Eventually, you stop questioning it. You simply accept it. The voice inside your head works the same way. It whispers, "You're not good enough. You're too late. Someone else is better." At first, it sounds like a stranger. Then, it sounds familiar. And one day, it sounds like you. The voice becomes you. But let me ask you something. Who wrote those words? Did you? Or did someone else place them inside your mind years ago? Maybe it was a teacher, maybe a parent, maybe someone who laughed when you were only trying your best. You carried that moment with you, not for days, not for months, for years. And without realizing it, you built your identity around a wound. You built your identity around a wound. The saddest part? Most people never notice. They protect the voice. They defend it. They call it being realistic. But being realistic is not the same as telling yourself the same lie every single day. Maybe the voice in your head was never your enemy. Maybe it was only repeating someone else's. Whose voice are you hearing? Every morning, before you leave your home, you put on something. No, I'm not talking about your clothes. I'm talking about your mask. The version of yourself you believe the world wants to see. You smile, even when you're exhausted. You say, "I'm fine," even when you're falling apart. You laugh at jokes that hurt you. You stay silent when you should speak. Little by little, you stop acting, and the mask becomes your face. The mask becomes your face. The frightening part isn't wearing a mask. Everyone does. The frightening part is forgetting that you're wearing one. You spend years trying to be accepted, trying to fit in, trying to become what everyone expects. Until one day, you wake up and realize you've spent your entire life performing. Who are you performing for? Look around. How many decisions were truly yours? The career, the clothes, the opinions, the dreams. Did you choose them? Or did you inherit them? Sometimes, the prison isn't built with walls. It's built with expectations. Expectations can become a prison. And maybe the reason you feel empty isn't because something is missing. Maybe it's because you've been carrying someone else's life. If the mask disappeared right now, would you finally feel free, or would you have no idea who you are? If the mask falls, who remains? So, if the voice isn't yours, and the mask isn't you, then where do you begin? Not by changing your life, not by changing your job, not by changing your friends. You begin by questioning every belief, every fear, every thought that immediately feels true. Because the most dangerous prison is the one you never realize you're living in. Question everything. The next time your mind says, "I'm not enough," don't believe it. Ask, "Who taught me that?" The next time fear tells you, "Don't even try," don't obey it. Ask, "Whose voice is this?" Most people never ask questions. They simply accept the story they've been given, and then they spend their entire lives living inside it. Don't live someone else's story. Freedom doesn't begin when the world changes. It begins the moment you stop believing everything your mind tells you. You don't need a new identity. You need the courage to remove the false one. Remove the false self. Maybe finding yourself was never about becoming someone new. Maybe it has always been about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. Remember who you were. There is one person you've been trying to escape your entire life. Not your parents, not your past, not the people who hurt you. Yourself. Every distraction, every excuse, every endless scroll, every unnecessary conversation, every moment you refused to be alone was another attempt to avoid meeting the person in the mirror. You can't escape yourself. Because silence reveals everything. When the noise disappears, there is no one left to blame, no one left to impress, no one left to hide behind, only you. And that is why most people fear silence more than failure, because in silence, the truth finally speaks. Silence reveals the truth. The mirror has never judged you. It only reflects what you bring before it. If you stand there wearing a mask, the mirror shows a mask. If you stand there filled with fear, the mirror shows fear. The reflection was never the problem. The person looking back was waiting for you to be honest. Be honest with yourself. Maybe the question was never, "Who are you?" Maybe the real question is, who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when no one is watching? There is something people rarely tell you. You will spend years searching for yourself. In books, in success, in other people, in love, in money, in pain. And one day, you'll realize you weren't searching for yourself. You were searching for permission to become yourself. You were waiting for permission. But no one is coming. No teacher, no mentor, no stranger, no voice will ever arrive and tell you who you are. Because that answer has never belonged to anyone else. Only you can answer it. Maybe the mask was never your enemy. Maybe it protected you until you became strong enough to take it off. Don't hate the person you used to be. Thank them. They survived the battles you no longer have to fight. And now, The only question that truly matters isn't, who were you? It isn't, who do they want you to become? It isn't even, who will you be tomorrow? It's much simpler. When you wake up tomorrow morning and stand in front of the mirror, will the person looking back at you finally be someone you chose? Will you choose yourself? The cloak is still there, but the one who wore it is gone. Maybe that's what freedom has always looked like. Or maybe this is where your story finally begins. Who are you?